Hey everyone, blame it on Ryan here. Today we're reviewing the SCUF Nomad mobile controller for iPhone. As you can see here, it is a pretty compact mobile controller here. It fits your iPhones all the way up to the 16 Pro Max. I have a pretty heavy duty case, as you'll see in the video here, and it still fits, although very snug. The build materials, the fit and finish on this controller are super high quality. This is really one of the most high quality controllers that I found for mobile in terms of its fit and finish and quality and feel in the hand. The sticks are super smooth. They are Hall effect. The buttons in the top are clicky, but they're not loud. The triggers, they also feel good. I don't love the D-pad, but it is serviceable. The buttons themselves also pretty clicky, but not super loud. The extender, really satisfying. It has a really strong pullback too, so when you pull your phone out, nice little clack. So overall, the materials, the fit and finish, the physical quality of this mobile controller are really second to none. I've not used another mobile controller that is quite as high quality in terms of its physical build. And it does boast an impressive 16-hour battery life. One of the things SCUF also provides with this mobile controller is access to its free software utility. This is downloadable through the App Store. And whenever you boot into it for the first time, you're going to get a nice little tutorial here. Just kind of goes over some features and highlights of the app itself and what you can do with it. So once you get the app installed, you've got on your main screen, it'll have any installed games that you have on there, as well as a section just below that for recommended games. And these are recommended games from the App Store. If you're like me, you're probably more interested in some of the other services that aren't on board, such as PS Remote Play here. I'm also interested in Xbox Cloud Gaming, GeForce Now. That's really the primary reason why I want to use this. So those are all available to use with this controller, no problem at all. There's also a gallery where you can take screenshots and things like that. It does have 3 customizable profiles, so you can jump in and customize your button layouts however you choose. It does have a built-in calibration tool for the sticks and for the triggers. And this is going to be our first telltale sign that we may have some issues in terms of connection quality and latency with this mobile controller. You can see as we're moving the sticks around, it's not super responsive. I mean, you should really be hitting these pretty quickly, and it's just really taking some time to get these points knocked out by just spinning the sticks. So this is our first telltale sign that something is a little bit amiss in terms of the connection quality. In addition to the sticks, you can also calibrate your triggers, and we'll run through that here real quick before we jump into some gameplay. Does give you the option to open up the PlayStation app or the PlayStation Remote Play app, whichever you prefer. Generally, I prefer opening the Remote Play app so I can just jump right in. You've got a couple different settings there you can choose for your recording options, which is nice. But overall, pretty simple applications, about what you would expect for a mobile controller, offering a unique interface. So let's jump into a little bit of gameplay. So here we have iPhone 16 Pro Max, and we're running PlayStation Remote Play. And you can kind of see right off the bat, the responsiveness is not the best. Yes, we are playing Remote Play, which I do quite frequently with other mobile controllers, with other devices such as, PC handhelds or even Android tablets, things like that. And this is by far the most unresponsive I've seen a mobile controller be on Remote Play. So mileage will vary for you, I would expect, but My personal experience was not good. The latency between the input on the controller and the action happening in game, it was just a little bit outside of what you would find comfortable, even in a remote play experience where you expect a little bit of latency. So we're just going to go ahead and let this video play out just a little bit so you can kind of see. And you can see me move the sticks and then the responsiveness on screen. You'll be able to judge that for yourself. But the way it felt to me as the player, it's just a little bit too sluggish in terms of input to action on screen. So instead of doing just remote play, I also wanted to give it a shot for an actual iPhone app. This is Death Stranding, which is available as an iOS App Store download. So we're playing it here. The responsiveness did feel just slightly better than doing remote play, but it still felt far too sluggish for what you would expect from a mobile controller. And I suspect that that's primarily because this is running on Bluetooth instead of having a direct, USB connection with the iPhone. It really is a shame because this controller is so good from a physical standpoint that losing some of that responsiveness because it's running on Bluetooth is just a shame. Final game we're jumping in here. This is another native game. This is Dead Cells. I've actually not played Dead Cells before. I just downloaded it to try. I figured it would be a nice game to judge responsiveness. And you can kind of see here from the button presses again. This is a little bit better than the remote play, but it was about the same as with Death Stranding. It's just a little bit sluggish in terms of input to action on screen. So it just made it not quite as pleasurable to play. So personally for me, even though that this is physically one of the better mobile controllers I've tested, it's just a no-go in terms of actual use. All right, guys, that's going to do it for the video. Unfortunately, I cannot recommend the SCUF Nomad mobile gaming controller just due to the latency at this time. But hey, if you liked the video, please give it a like. Also, subscribe for more content. Hey, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much.